Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning, sir. Yes, we can
Good
hear you.
morning.
Morning, we
Good
can hear
morning.
you. Good evening.
Good morning, sir. We can hear you.
Good morning. You are welcome to this closing event. It's been a journey for the past 6 weeks, 7 weeks thereabout that we have been on this. And today it's a milestone event for us to be here. And on behalf of the principal investigator, Dr. Kemi Oluniola, and every member of the research team. I sincerely appreciate everyone here, especially the master trainers. You guys, you've been wonderful. You've been awesome. In fact, it shows a new trajectory for us as a country and as professional educators. So we say thank you. Without you, we wouldn't have achieved this milestone. And we say thank you. We can't thank you enough. Of course, from you, we have seen commitment. From you, we have seen passionate and dedicated educators. From you, we have seen people who actually want the educational system of our dear country to move forward. From you, we have seen selfless, educators that are ready to give all, even at their own expense and sacrifices. We value all your sacrifices. We value all. Some of you actually went extra miles, and we say thank you. We say thank you. We say thank you. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. So, on behalf of the principal investigator, I say thank you. And we are starting the event right away. Let me quickly do a run of our expectation for today. I'm sure some of you've been prepared already, that you'll be making, you'll be sharing your experiences with us. You'll be giving us, some reflections about your, experiences in the past 6 weeks thereabout. So we'll have the opening address. Then outside that, we'll have a keynote address by the executive director of NSEC. Not only that, the vice chancellor of Olabisi University, where this research is domiciled, will be charging participants, the teachers, on way forward from here, moving forward from here. Then from you, the kings and the queens, the master trainers, we want to hear from you. You were at the forefront of the training. You were the commanders in the battlefield. Permit me to use that word. Yeah. So you'll be giving us reflections, your experiences. What did you see on the field? What did you learn? What is your the take home for you? What are the best practices you want to share with people who then probably there are some participants that you want to recognize, you want to acknowledge for their engagement, their exceptional engagement. There was one of the groups I bumped into, and I had that somebody will have to go distance, go miles, sit on the tree to receive internet network, because the person want to be part of this training. That was mind blowing. So we want to hear some of those experiences with you. We want to hear that from you. Then of course, we want to hear testimonials too from the um participants, their take away and whatever. We also have a demo, AI training demo, and with that we'll have a vote of thanks, then we'll call it a day. But you can be sure we'll not waste most of the time. So on that note, I want to call on Dr. Oluwakemi Oluniola to give us the opening speech and the lesson learned so far. Dr. Kemi, you are welcome.
Morning. Good morning, everyone. It's to be here this morning and to be closing up what started. Fine. I said everything that has a beginning has an ending, and we have the closing of this AI in pedagogy training coming up. And so to just quickly do my bits, permit me to share my slides. This program basically is brought to us with sponsorship from Google Research and in collaboration with Olabisi Onabanjo University, Esquitech Educational Technology as the training partners, and of course with support from the National Senior Secondary School Education Commission. So you see a lot of organizations are behind this training. And then to just note that, sorry, since my slides are hung, I may have to reshare. Please just a minute. Okay. So that we can be together. So this is an AI in pedagogy sponsorship from Google Research, and like I said, and we worked in partnership with Olabisi Onabanjo University. We worked in partnership with the National Senior Secondary School Education Commission, and they were really responsible for the nomination of you all, most of you who took part in this training. And of course, the training partners we worked with also Esquitech Education Technology. So basically, like I was saying, this is more like one of the agendas out of the 5-point agenda for this project. Is an EDA project, which is the Educators AI, Artificial Intelligence Literacy Program. Sorry, I'm just sharing my screen so that we can also flow along again together to have some. Okay. So permit me to just share it in this format. I'm having some issues. So we actually set out to achieve 5 goals, which is to first and foremost assess the current level of AI pedagogical skills among secondary school teachers, which we did, and the findings are quite interesting to note. And one would have assumed that in this 21st century, with all the hype and buzz about AI, that we would assume that everybody has heard about AI or uses AI in one way or the other, but the result shows otherwise. And so this shows that this training indeed was needed for the Nigerian teachers and also teachers across, we'll be looking at the low and middle income countries. And so from the findings, we're able to develop and implement this tailored training, AI training for the teachers, which we are closing up today. And going forward, we would also be developing the guide and the framework, which you would also have free access to once that is done. It's a work in progress to guide your practice, lead your practice, and so you have something to hold on to reference to, even as you begin to integrate AI into the classroom. And we have other focus group work to do, and of course, we'll be disseminating our findings as necessary. Now, the purpose of the training basically was to ensure to empower the educators with the essential knowledge and skills needed for effective AI integration. And like any other tool that we know, if you don't have that foundational knowledge and the principles behind it, you will not be able to effectively use it in the classroom. And so there is a need for that training so that our teachers will be empowered with the essential skills and knowledge for effective AI integration. And so this training really focused on improving teachers' strategy, not just about the tool, but the strategies of using AI tools to creating more engaging learning environment. And all this is geared towards improving learning outcome, because the main objective of any teacher training is to empower teachers to do better in the classroom, increase engagement, increase motivation to learn in their students, And the ultimate end is to improve the learning outcomes. And so this was one of the major objectives of the training, to leverage technology, to see how technology, especially AI in this stance, can boost students' learning outcomes and academic performance. And we covered 5 modules. So it was a 5-week training where we covered 5 modules. Module 1, basic AI techniques and applications. Module 2, AI tools for educators. Module 3, creating with AI, where we learned how to prompt, because also very important to know how to prompt. And we learned about generative AI and how to create lesson plans, images, and all that we require to assist in our instructional designing. And of course, like we had said, not just AI for AI use, but how does it influence, how does it shift our pedagogical practices? And wrapping up with what AI in education will look like going forward beyond today. So basically, those were the 5 modules covered in this training. We tried to make it as engaging as possible, though we had the principles behind it, the theories around it, but we also ensured that the participants were actively engaged with using various tools. And from feedback, we know that quite a number of participants learned a lot of tools and how to effectively use those tools. We tried to use real case scenarios that they could identify with their classroom scenarios. This training was actually drafted and designed for low and middle income countries, like which Nigeria is one, because our settings, our case scenarios, our contexts quite different from the Western world. And so we're able to use examples that were applicable to us, and scenarios, classroom scenarios and case studies that were applicable to us. And of course, that community of practice also where we had the teachers in groups, in different cohorts across different master trainers, identify with one another. That was also good at fostering teamwork and idea generation. And like we always did emphasize, that integrating AI into the teaching and learning requires a balanced approach. So yes, we know that the hype of AI is there, but that balance where you use AI to enhance your traditional pedagogy without compromising the human essence of education was one of the key points that we drove during this teaching. At every point in time, we reiterated the fact that AI wasn't replacing teachers, but AI could be used to enhance what teachers already do in the classroom for better productivity and increased engagement with the students and improved learning outcomes. So the resources, of course, like I said, we are developing in a guide, and we believe that at the end, we will have this guide freely, something like a guidebook and an integration framework that you can use to checkmark what you do with AI in the classrooms. And of course, you've been provided with the training materials. I know that after every class, every training, the PDFs are shared. Some other groups go ahead to share other contents. And, you've also been introduced to platforms, the Google platform, the Microsoft platform for further self-learning parts. And as we also as an organization, or as a team rather, we have the YouTube page where every module from module 1 to module 5 that was taught during this training has been uploaded on that module. And so I want to encourage, and you are practically on that YouTube page right now, streaming this. So I want to encourage you to subscribe to that page, because on that page, onto that YouTube link channel, we will still be uploading much more content to help you learn as you go. And if you are subscribed, you will get notifications whenever we post something new. We have you in mind. And even though we've come to the close of this particular training, we've not come to the close of our learning journey, of holding your hands, even as we lead you to effectively integrate AI into your learning practice. So a lot of other additional resources will be added there. We're also creating a community of practice where we know that you've been grouped into cohorts, but we want a place where everybody can come together and share what's happening in their classrooms. And because sometimes when we look out there for content or best practices or case studies, we see things that yes, maybe working in other settings because of the kind of infrastructure they have and the learning context or environment that they are in. But if we have something similar, if we have people of similar context and similar situations with similar challenges, we can share best practices with one another. So we're looking at creating that community of practice, which will be sharing with you in your various cohorts when this is set up and how you could join and how we can hold each other's hands and encourage one another in this part. So all that will be part of the resources that we'll be making available to you. And on that same platform, where we get to see guides and all that we think will be beneficial to us, we'll also be sharing and once in a while inviting people also to speak with us. I believe that from feedback, we've seen that participants have gained insight into a range of AI technologies and of course, how to apply them into the education sector. And we understand that it's very important that educators have an understanding of these tools. And that's what this training was all about, so that they could use it effectively in the teaching and learning process. We also are aware that the participants have knowledge of AI tools now, and they can choose those that best fit their teaching objectives and enhance students' learning experience, which was one of the focus of our trainings also. And they do have a general overview about how AI technologies is applied in various educational settings and how this is improving teaching methods and learning outcomes for students. So this is, in a nutshell, what the general feedback has been. We've, at the last meeting, also had that feedback from our participants where we encourage them to speak as regards their experience with the training, what their take home was, what was their impact stories. And it was actually very fulfilling to listen into. These teachers share their testimonies. And we have some of them here this morning who will also be sharing live with us. A lot of participants highlighted how this training program has positively influenced their teaching methods and classroom engagement. And a beautiful thing also is the feedback that shows increased confidence in integrating AI tools. And this wasn't what was gotten at our pre-training survey, but we've seen that increased confidence. You also have some participants even looking forward to school resuming so they could train their teachers even in the classroom to use this tools that they have come to use, scale the training, extend the training they have received even to their contemporaries. And that's very, very, very encouraging for us, as conveners. Then also, of course, part of the feedback and testimonial was that participants expressed appreciation for the collaborative environment. We had trainers giving them daily supports in and out and all that, so they weren't left on their own. And so we've built a relationship, we've built a community, and that's good. So during the AI foundations, before we started the training, we took a survey. And, like I said, sometimes we take it for granted that because there's been a hype in this AI thing, but it will interest you to know that some participants before this training haven't even heard what artificial intelligence was. And a majority of them said no to have you ever attended an AI training, workshop, or webinar. They said no. This second bar here was a question, have you ever heard of AI? And you can see that we did have some participants may look negligible, but not that hadn't even heard about the word AI. And so I'm happy that we had them on board. And I'm sure that I remember listening to one of the participants' feedback, and she said, when she used to see this Meta AI on WhatsApp, she thought that they were scammers. I know, but now our whole insight into AI and its applications have changed. And, that's what's one of the testimonials that we got. So in conclusion, we concluded this whole training and by ensuring our teachers understood that AI can be a catalyst for deeper learning. And when used intentionally, it becomes more than a tool. And secondly, the emphasis also where that the teachers remain central to this transformation. There's no how AI is replacing teachers in any way, because teachers remain central to this transformation. You need to guide students in that critical engagement, of course, purposeful exploration of AI tools. So I leave this morning saying that the future of education is not AI or humans, it's AI with humans. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, that was quite profound, and that's a takeaway for me that the future of AI is not AI or humans, is AI with human, and that's the essence of what we've been doing for the past 6 weeks. Thank you, Dr. Lunyola. That was quite an insightful speech there. And I have one of the master trainer at least to give us a reflection. Just call on one or two master trainer to give us a reflection of what they have learned, what they have seen from this. Of course, I have Mrs. Omowonola Dia here with me. So, Miss Omowonola Dia, you want to share with us your reflections about this program? Please unmute yourself and speak. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I stand on every existing order of protocols. My name is Omobonola Estadia, and I am truly honored to give a feedback as one of the master trainers in this incredible journey of integrating AI in pedagogy for senior secondary school teachers. Over the course of this project, we've not only seen how AI, we've not only explored the potentials of AI in education, but we've seen firsthand how AI tools can empower teachers, can personalize learning, and make our classrooms more dynamic and inclusive. It's been a great learning experience for me personally, for all master trainers, and for participants. And for the participants, their level of enthusiasm, their curiosity, their willingness to learn, their willingness to adapt have really been inspiring. And I tell you that this project was not just about technology, it was about people. It was about educators who are willing to learn, who are willing to adapt, who are willing to change the narratives, who are willing to shape the future of learning together. As we wrap up this project, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers of this project for finding me worthy to be a notable master trainer, to my fellow master trainers, and to all participants. So I would say this as we wrap up, that let's continue to move this momentum forward as we collaborate, as we innovate, and continue to support one another in bringing AI into classrooms in meaningful ways. I tell you that AI has come to stay, and stay it will. It's been a great learning experience for me. Thank you, and let's keep learning together.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Miss Omowonola Dia Esther. Thank you. That was quite good. We quite appreciate you for that feedback. I mean, Mr. Daniel, you are here also. You are part of the master trainer. Let's hear from you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Akintola. Thank you, everybody. And good morning to every one of us here. I want to stand on all the existing protocols and just to greet everybody here, all the researchers, all the stakeholders present, teachers, master trainers like myself. And I want to be grateful. Let me just quickly share something that using just in a minute now. I wanted to speak about briefly the spectrum of tech integration in education, and in my experience with training in the past few weeks, I have just discovered that many teachers and many educators, school owners, education stakeholders, government people, we are moving from one step to the other, from being unaware, where people did not know anything. Like Dr. Leonola said at the beginning, several teachers had not heard about any of these AI tools before. But we have moved from being unaware to being curious. Many of them have begun to ask questions. They are trying to find out and explore. So what is this all about? How can it help me? And then they have moved to being experimenters. where they are trying things out and iterating with different tools. Mr. Ali from the north began to speak about the different things he has begun to do and how excited he is. We must keep moving up until we become advocates, where we are sharing these tools, mentoring other teachers, modeling it for others to use, and then finally become builders of systems and policies. So my own feedback would just be, where are you on this spectrum, and what will be your next step? Where will you move to from here? If you're an experimenter, move up to being an advocate, train others, mentor others. If you're an advocate, move up to be a builder, create systems, create policies, and help others. As I tidy up, I just want to appreciate everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank Dr. Rinola and everybody. On behalf of all the master trainers, I'm very excited to be part of this. I've learned a lot myself, and I know that we will all keep learning and growing together. Thank you very much. 2 minutes was quite short.
That was quite profound. Thank you. Where are you on this spectrum? That is a question, a poser to all of us. Where are you? And the truth is, if you don't move with the moving train, you might be left behind. Of course, I don't know if you have experienced missing your flight or missing your train before. It could be very traumatic. Yeah. In the days of, typewriter, those secretaries, those typists that couldn't move along with computer system, some of them lost their job, definitely. So, where are you on this spectrum? Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Taking us further, I have the privilege to call the representative of the executive secretary, NSEC. She has been here with us since the beginning of the program, and that is Ajia Halima Hassan. Ajia, you are welcome. We appreciate you joining us today. Please unmute and present the keynote address to us. Thank you, Ajia.
Very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I came in a little bit late, and I apologize for that.
That's fine.
Thank you. All protocol being observed. I am Dr. Mrs. Halima Sulal Hassan. I'm representing the Executive Secretary. I'm here to give his brief keynote address. I'm so sorry on his behalf. I apologize. He's unavoidably absent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Kemi, I believe you are with us here. Well, we started this journey together. And today, by the grace of Almighty God, we have come to the end of the journey. And to God Almighty be the glory. So please, for my co-teachers, we are all colleagues. I call myself a teacher, though I am in the administrative system now, but still I'm a classroom person. In fact, I am happy to hear the comments of most of our teachers because they are key in this training. So on behalf of the Executive Secretary and the NSEC, my advice, somebody mentioned the mentorship and stepping down the training. In fact, it's all circled around mentorship and stepping down the training because it's not all Nigerian teachers that are able to be part of this training. So I am advising that please make good use of this training and make sure you talk to your leaders, your principals, find a way for them to step down this training. If in the case of you doing that, you can as well contact Dr. Kemi and she will contact us and we will see how we can do that. Please, I wish you all good luck and I pray that by the grace of Almighty God, you will make good use of this training, both in your teaching and in whatever endeavor you find yourself in life. Please be a good mentor to the others. And the stepping down, I know it will not be so easy, but if you have any encounter with that, because we've discussed this at the early stage of the training with Dr. Oluwakemi, so you can contact her and she will contact us and we will see how this training can be stepped down to other teachers. So please, I thank you so much, our able facilitators. I can remember Mr. David. I can remember the King of Girls. I don't. I thumb up for her.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
We
I
are
know
doing
she's
that.
hearing me, but we are still together. We talk. I
Yeah,
thank her. I thank her, and
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
appreciate her so much. The top. So your own
yeah.
is special. May
You
God
know,
Almighty bless and reward you, Dr.
yeah.
Kevi. Thank you,
Thank,
thank you, thank you. Okay,
thank
you're welcome.
you.
Executive Secretary and NSEC, we sincerely appreciate all your efforts, all your contributions, all your endeavors. Thank you so much. We can't pay you for that. It's not easy. May Almighty God reward you. And my fellow teachers, please, I'm begging you, don't say, this is not like this. We have to look for this money. The little one you have, your little data of 1,005, 1,000, please use it and make good use of this training. May Almighty Allah protect all of us and bless all of us. And may we all get the dividend of this training. I wish you the best in all your endeavors as far as AI in pedagogy is concerned. And we thank the Google. We are grateful to them for granting us this support. May Almighty God reward and bless all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much,
You're welcome.
Dr. Alima Hassan. Thank you
Yes,
so much. That
thank you.
was quite, good. You mentioning mentorship is key. And for me, for you to say, "Oh, I'm still a teacher. I'm in the classroom, though I'm in the admin. I'm still a teacher." I love that. Yeah, even
Thank you
as a
so much.
university lecturer, when people call me lecturer, I say, "No, I'm not a
I'm hearing
lecturer.
you.
I'm a teacher. Lecturing is a teaching method. Don't call me a lecturer. I'm a teacher." And thank you, Alaja,
Finally,
for reinvigorating that indeed teaching is a good profession. Thank you. I could see you raising your hand. You have something to say, Victoria. Hello, is Victoria there? I saw her raising her hand. Okay, taking us further. That was a good one from Dr. Alima Hassan. Taking us further, I want to also call one of the master trainers too, if um is available. Okay, I'm not sure if Mrs. Lebora is back online. Move to some of the teachers that are here. Can I have Enoch Benjamin, Mr. Ibrahim Nasir, if you are here, could you please unmute and speak? Let's hear from you.
Good morning. I'm here present.
Thank you.
Okay. All protocol duly observed. I want to start by sharing my view, my opinion on how this whole AI in pedagogy training has impacted me personally as a person and my students as well. I actually, it's been very, very empowering, very, very empowering. You see, I want to start from the scratch. When we started, we have this fear. Let's call it phobia. Hearing about this AI, what it's all about, what it does. So they took us through the whole process, and now we are confident. It's like from wow to how. Just like a speaker said there, we have seen how it is, and now we are curious. We want to know what it can do. So we have seen, we have started seeing the impacts. Though in my community now we are in exam session, we are having our exam now, and I have seen how it has from the training we have, how it has impacted a lot. I want to share my screen. I don't know if I'm permitted, on what I have actually achieved with
Please go ahead. Do that
AI.
in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, what I actually have achieved with AI. I used to have this very tough subject, year in, year out. When I teach this subject, I honestly, I used to have issues. This subject in computer science, which is Q basic in programming and flowchart and algorithm. So what when I got introduced to ChatGPT changed the whole ball game. You see, in a classroom, you have different level of students. Some are fast as guitar, while some are like tortoise. You know, ChatGPT has given me the avenue to make this a topic come down to the level of any kind of students. You understand? I find myself, where has this thing been? Where has it been for a very, very long time? So now I teach without any stress. You understand? Instead of me to use time, like it used to be compiling, grading, I just have ChatGPT and now I'm sipping Zobo and Kunu. You understand? It's no longer like before. You understand? And at the beginning, some of us used to have this belief that financial compensation was the motivation for participating. I believe those who started from day one to day now, they believe. I believe you cannot pay for this. It's so empowering. Check out the knowledge. Check out the connection. Check out the growth. Check out the experience that we have. You understand? As teachers. So now I want to pray that we can impact this and integrate this into our school and make our colleagues benefit from this. I'm particularly working on a video now that I want to post in a group. You understand? The algebra that I used to have problem in computers, in coding, computer has break it down for SS1 student and SS2 student that they are now even asking me, teacher, sir, can we have more? You understand? So I really want to give a big shout out to the conceiver of this idea. You understand? May God bless all of you. May God bless you. I can't thank you enough. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim Hassan, and we are quite happy that
Ibrahim Nasiru.
oh, Ibrahim Nasiru, so sorry about that. And we are quite happy that you are making use of that knowledge you have acquired from this training. We can only encourage you to keep the flag flying. Thank you. So, Mr. Enoch Benjamin, can we have your contribution, please? Unmute and you speak. 1 minute. I mean, 2 minutes rather. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for this very wonderful opportunity given to me at the course of this program. Let me first of all, my name is Enoch Benjamin Kwanti from Taraba State, GDSS Dimba. And I want to salute the conveners of this meeting and also our wonderful stakeholders, the National Senior Secondary School Education Commission, my colleagues in the profession, and I want to share my experience based and as the cause of this program. Let me quickly, because I'm also losing my battery, so I will speak snappy. You see, this program has impacted me so serious that I have to use within just a short period of time that I've learned this program, and I learned AI pedagogic training. I use the knowledge that I got from this program, and I was able to impact into my students. What I did was that there was this novel when my student went for registration, JAM registration, this UTME that is ongoing. What I did is that they gave them a novel called The Lucky Headmaster. And because of the shortest period of time, the student cannot digest the novel and understand it so deeply. I quickly went into ChatGPT and crafted a prompt, a good one. And I asked ChatGPT to help me, provide me with certain themes, plot summary, the characters of the novels. In fact, I asked ChatGPT to generate jam possible questions for me that I can relate to my students and they learn from it. So ChatGPT, within just a twinkle of an eye, it gave me a speedy response, which my students were all very amazed. They were thinking as if the teacher did a magic by providing all those necessary things. And now they have the major names of the characters, and they can tell you about the settings, the themes. So they are very much ready to go and write the exam. And again, we're doing extension in the school. I did wonderful thing again. Anytime I'm going into my class, what I did is that I will always create and bring a topic, ask ChatGPT to provide me with either disadvantages, importance, meaning of all this, and then it will generate multiple questions for me. We will answer the questions after I have taught the students. So this whole of the program has changed my perspective a lot. And I wouldn't want to stop there. I will continue to, extend it to other people, especially teachers who have not been opportune to be part of this program. And I really, really appreciate, because this program has changed my perspective, has changed me entirely, giving me a new look as a teacher. So I encourage the conveners of this program to continue to inspire teachers, because this has given a Nigerian teacher a new look. Thank you very much, sir, for this very.
Thank you so
Hello?
much. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Enoch Benjamin Kwanti from Taraba State. Thank you.
Yes,
So
sir.
AI
Thank you
is
so
doing
much,
the
sir.
magic there in your classroom. Thank you.
Yes,
And we
sir.
can only
Yes, sir.
encourage you to keep doing that. In fact, I was so happy when you said you gave a very fantastic prompt to ChatGPT to summarize
Yes, sir.
that novel for you. Of course, that was quite
Yes, sir.
mind blowing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, also, I have some other people too. I want to go to the north. We had some, fantastic experiences from the north, and I'm yet to recover from what one of our fantastic teacher is doing there. You know, we've had a series of feedback from people in the north. In fact, they have changed the narrative entirely. So join me as I welcome this very passionate teacher from the north. This teacher, in fact, he has taken the subject of AI even beyond expectation. It's a fantastic what do you call it? A fantastic teacher there about. Can I have Mr. Aliyu Abdurrahman Adamu from Kaduna State to speak to us if he's online?
Good morning, everyone. Share my experience with AI. So this training is a force of its kind. I have never
Mm.
uh, experienced such, because we have the opportunity to speak and interact with many people from different locations with different background together and learn together. So my journey into artificial intelligence has been transformative, especially in education, because it involved not only learning about AI, but also integrating it into my work and observing its significant impact. Four key aspects emerge from these experiences. One is communication, that is how to communicate with AI to get the best, and then clear goals, then judgment. Even if you get uh, answers from the AI, you need to look into the answers critically, because you are the master of the subject, and focus mastery of specific tools. Because when I start to use AI, I see that there are many AIs. When I started doing this, I see another AI, I see this, I see that. So you need to focus on a specific AI tools. You master it so that you can use that AI. Because if you start using this AI and you navigate to another AI, you navigate to another one, you cannot master one. So and focus mastery of specific tools, it will help you in using artificial intelligence. So each aspect played a vital role in enhancing my interaction with AI and improving my overall teaching practice. So communication initially felt like a foreign language to me when engaging with AI. I learned that effective interaction requires clear and precise prompting, similar to how teaching demand articulate explanation. So the space improve the relevance of AI responses, sharpening my communication skills. So instead of badge requests, I adopted a more focused approach, asking for explanation tailored to specific audiences. So this refinement communication not only yield a better result, but also enhance clarity in my interaction with both AI and my student. So setting clear goals was crucial in navigating the overwhelming landscape of AI application. By defining, as I establish a target goals like generating personalized practice question or automating grading. This goals-oriented method helped me stay focused and productive, allowing me to harness artificial intelligence potentials more effectively. Moreover, it enforced the importance of human judgment in evaluating artificial intelligence output, ensuring that I maintain a critical approach while using these powerful tools. So there are AI tools that so these are uh, the AI tools that I use more and more again. The number one is Magic School. It is very, very interesting. Then Google Gemini, ChatGPT, Grammarly, and Gmail. So I also use the strategies I use to improve my communication with artificial intelligence is Magic School AI, because it has a tools that you can go there and prompt whatever question you want, then it will ask you to refine and redefine so that you can get the best prompting you can use to get the best result in AI. So my experiences using AI is very, very, very interesting.
Thank
Yes.
you, Mr. Abdurrahman Aliyu. Thank you. We know if we should allow you, you can go on and on because it's obvious
Exactly.
you are very passionate about what you're doing.
So I
And we thank you for that too.
exactly.
My takeaway from your speech is that you can use AI to teach you real life situation, and of course that was quite interesting. Thank you for that. We can only encourage you to continue to do more and to impart your
Okay, sir.
word. Nigeria will be a better place. Thank you for that speech. Yeah, taking us further
Thank you, sir.
also, you could see everybody they are giving you um applause there. Thank you. Yeah, taking us further, you see, I'm fascinated about the people from the north. I want to call on Aishat Muhammad from Sokoto State. Please talk to us. Let's hear from you. Then others who you are not scheduled to speak, just drop a comment for us in the chat box, even on the what do you call it? On the YouTube, the participant on the YouTube, please do well to drop us comment. Yes, you might not have the opportunity to speak. You are not in the main room, but you can give us a feedback via the comment section on the YouTube. We want to hear from you. We want to get your feedback. It reinvigorates, what we do, and we can know how to be better when else we're doing it. Thank you. Please make it a point of duty to drop your comment in the comment section on the YouTube. We'll collate that, and of course, we'll make do of your suggestion. Thank you. So let me have Miss or Mrs. I'm sorry, I don't know, Aisha to Muhammad from Sokoto State to speak to us.
So this program is really, really impressive. I really appreciate this AI training because without this AI, teaching in some environment is very difficult, especially in my side because some students are not willing to learn due to their environment. So that's why I teach often according to my environment. Teaching house biology in Hausa is very difficult. Some people will be surprised. How can I teach biology in Hausa? Yes, because I have to because they are not used to English. Sometimes you can't express it in English because they won't understand. So I now use my own term and said, yes, let's start with. They said they know neem tree as dogon yaro, but they don't know the name in English or they don't know the botanical name. So I have to be teaching them gradually. So with this AI program, I now start using ChatGPT and Bing application. So when you use it to speak this, I said just ask any AI app and said, do you want a name in English? And it will tell you, and it will show you a picture of what you are looking for. So my students are very impressive. They were happy. I said, stop using anything like your phone for Snapchat, WhatsApp, or Facebook for unnecessary TikTok. Just focus on your education and start learning. So they are impressed, and I'm impressed too, because now I have become used to my AI apps, asking all the time, what is the name of this plant? Even me, I have experienced it, because I will ask the AI to show me a plant that, an animal that I don't know the name in English, and it will show me. So I'm very grateful and impressed about this. Thank you so much. We really appreciate.
Wow, wow, that was quite good. Yeah, you teach according to your environment. That was quite novel. Thank you. I wish every teacher could teach according to their environment. That is quite impressive. Thank you. Also, let me have Mrs. Rachel Omolaja from Federal Government Girls College, Shagamu. Miss Omolaja, if you are online, please unmute yourself and give us your own reflection. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Akintola. Standing on the already established existing order of protocol, I am Omolaja Rachel, one of the thousands of participants in the AI training in pedagogy. It's sponsored by Google Research in partnership with Olabisi Onabanjo University, NSEC, Esquitech, that's the training hub, and for participants, educators from all the 36 states, and including the FCT of the 115 Unity colleges and Ministry of Education. All right, this is a very innovative and impactful initiative. I've learned so much. Sincerely, I'm not the same person that started this program. Before this program, there are some things, if you ask me to delve into them, I'll tell you, no, please, I don't want to embarrass myself. But now I can delve into things without fear, because I know I have AI backup. As I am diligent, no doubt, but then I have AI backup, to be there. I'm already imagining what it's going to be like when school resumes, because my own students are on break, will be resuming next week. So I'm already imagining. But even while on break, there was a gathering I was in, and we were given a task to do. We're about 15 or 16, and all of us were like, wow, we just look into the skies, and we're like, how are we going to bail ourselves out of these crooks, and all that. But I just remembered, oh, you can do it like this, you can, and I started, let's do it like this, let's do it like that. We can do this, you can. It's not because I knew it all, but because I had AI. I quickly consulted, and they are like, but you're looking as if you didn't know anything a few minutes ago. How come? Where did you get it? Now I said, don't worry, it is AI. Do it like this, do it like, and all of us left relieved from that same spot. We all left relieved that, oh, this thing is doable, we can achieve it. So I've tried a lot. Like when I've learned a lot of things, like adaptive learning, grading, assessment of students, my lesson plan, automating some tasks, some repetitive tasks, so that it saves my time. I have more time to spend with the students when I resume. It's not everything I have to repeat and repeat. So that time I have to save it to be with the students, to monitor their progress, to monitor and assess them how they are doing. And I see if there will be need to adjust some things, to adapt some things, to personalize some things to some students that are low learners, or the students that are not high scorers or high performers. I know that I have to adjust this. From assessing, I can assess my teaching as I'm doing it. I don't have to wait till a long time before I do all that. During the course of the teaching, we're exposed to a number of things, the ChatGPT, prompt engineering, given the right prompt. I knew about ChatGPT before. I knew about Meta AI. I use them, to the best of my knowledge, to the best of my ability. But having gone through the training, I was exposed to prompt engineering, and I could see that, oh, what I need is the best prompt. Once I get the best prompt, then I can get anything I want from AI. Of course, human interaction will still be there. I need to vet it and be sure that everything is intact. So I was exposed to ChatGPT, the Gemini, Google AI, the Microsoft Copilot, and a number of them. I'm even participating in the Microsoft First, training. that is ongoing, just seeking more, testing for more. I remember when I was planning the notes on genetics, I had issue generating table and there was need to. So I was like, okay, I need table for this. And it could not give me. I said, ChatGPT, is it that you don't have the ability to generate table or what? He said, I have the ability to do it. Let me do it. When he tried to do it, he didn't get it. I said, it's this. You still didn't get this thing. There's no line. You only put the things in column, but no line. Can you do something about that? And I just, interacting like that, as if I'm interacting with somebody I'm seeing. So it's so impactful to me, really. And it's like a real, as in it's real. Is real for me. And then it came timely. Do you know why I said timely? I was already feeling locked out from like technology, kind of. More like it's been at the same level that I knew to operate. So I was like, I hear these people say they do this. It's as if, Rachel, where are you going to, upgrade to and get into? So I was already feeling locked out. But with this AI and the exposure, it's as if we are going together. I've entered the train, and I could imagine when school resumes, my students are going to enjoy me more. These members of staff, of course, I'm going to engage more people in my circle of influence, starting with that. By the time I engage more people within my circle of influence, they too have people that they are closer to than I am. And then we keep the flag, flying. We keep the flag flying. It's a good initiative. I'm open for more opportunity to learn. I'm learning, I'm experimenting, I'm using different tools to do different things that wow me myself, that this is possible. So I'm so grateful. I want to say a big thank you to the convener, Dr. Kemi Olurinola. You have impacted me and many others greatly. I say thank you to our renowned facilitator in AI Pedagogy Group 5, Mr. Okpeyemi Adekunle, Dr. Kayode Adewale. Thank you for taking time out to teach us and teaching us in such a way that we can learn it, we can get it without looking at books, without carrying textbooks. You taught us in such a way that it's registered in us, we cannot forget in a hurry. I say thank you also to all the participants. Keep the flying, don't relent, don't stop at the stop of the program. Keep the flag of AI flying. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Rachel Omolaja. That was a good one. That your school would know somebody has learned something new when you resume. Wow, that's quite, that's quite interesting. You go there and make all the magic. One thing about the teaching profession, as a teacher, a passionate teacher, until you get to a point where you're always eager to go to the classroom. Ask me. My weekend, I was like, let Monday come. I want to get back to the classroom. That is me for you. And I am sure that is for a lot of teachers here. Yeah, thank you, Ms. Omolaja. That's a very passionate teacher. You are passionate, especially when you have the skill and competencies that you want to use in getting your job done. Thank you once again. Okay, taking us further from here, can I have teacher? You are passionate, especially when you have the skill and competencies that you want to use in getting your job done. Thank you once again. Okay, taking us further from here, can I have Mrs. or Miss Fadimu Benedicta from Kwara State? Of course, that's the North Central. I'm so passionate about the North people anyway. Yeah. Yeah, can I have Mrs. Benedicta Fadimu from Kwara State? Please unmute and you speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Permit me to adopt the existing protocol from Kwara State. I am Benedicta Fadimu from Ilori, Tahi Senior Secondary School, Kwara State. Thank you so much. This pedagogy training has been an eye-opener, awesome, fantastic. I am not just an ordinary teacher anymore. I am an AI Kwara State teacher using pedagogy, combining my tools, in fact. Thanks to our facilitator, Mr. Okwe Ifwa, and Dr. Sarah. They have been so amazing. bringing down the knowledge of the AI to us in Kwara State. Me personally, as a teacher, it has helped me and given me more insight on how to use AI to generate content in a classroom, to be an outstanding teacher, to make learning more easier. In fact, to reduce the workload of a teacher. During the training, we are exposed on how to do prompting. In fact, it was on the model 3 that was a mind-blowing. How I can prompt, just as all other participants have been saying. We were asked to generate normal classroom lesson plan. Lo and behold, it took me close to 45 minutes before I was able to prepare this. But after the all learning for that week, for that pedagogy for module 3, I now went online using ChatGPT within 2 minutes. I was able to generate content, not only that, using Canva to make my educational resources in which I would be able to bring real life experience. Now, when you're talking about change, change starts within you. I have a student that I use Duolingo with that is learning French. I am not a French teacher, but this student is having difficulty with it. I was able to use Duolingo to enhance the AI Duolingo to enhance my students in learning French in SS1. And these are really, really awesome. If not for this AI training, I will be far, far behind, far, far behind. But thanks to this AI, in fact, I use this too to support my learning. And come next term, which is the school is remaining on Monday, I am ready to give it out, not only in my school, but in Kwara State, collaborating with other teachers who have no idea of how to use AI to reduce the workload of teaching, to cater for adaptive learning in a classroom, then to be able to make learning more interesting, more fun, because the purpose of this AI is to make sure that you cater for the needs of the student. Now, in a situation where you have large population, how do you go about that? This learning AI has really, really given me confidence. So through this training, it has built up my competency in digital literacy, AI literacy, computational thinking, which has to do with critical thinking. Now, how do I do that? I can create my AI in such a way that it's not the AI that will be giving me the response. Chatting, educating, teaching my students how they can prompt and get positive results, then tailor it towards like the SS3 that are doing WAEG now. How can they prompt? How can they prepare past questions, which could prompt them to realize and come out in successful color? Now, last week I heard that the WAEG this time around is going to come with different questions. If you are sitting next to me, we can't have the same question. How is that one achievable? That's the help of the AI. I was like, oh, thanks to this AI training that I've undergone. It has been mind-blowing. Then yesterday, I was able to use digital storybook to teach a child of primary 3, which is age 7. Tailor it, created it the way. Thanks to Mr. Okweifwa, our facilitator far. They are so amazing. Dr. Sarah, you are really wow, need to be a fantastic AI teacher in Kwara State. And now I'm not keeping it to myself. Come next week when the school resume, I'm prepared to organize, train, then retrain even teachers within the area, which is south, where Tauhid is, my school. And I'll be willing to collaborate even with the Ministry of Education in Kwara State to take up the challenge of learning and to cater for all.
Yeah, that's a good one,
Thank you so much.
Mrs. Benedicta. Of course, an average teacher is a communicator. If you allow her, she can go on and on and on. You know, they would like to turn the place to a classroom. Of course, that is a teacher for you. Thanks so much. You see, there's something that skill and competencies, do to you. It increases your confidence level. You know, you could hear her saying, look here, not only in my school, I want to go even to the entire Kwara state to impact them. Thank you. As a teacher, if you don't embrace skill development, human capital development, upgrading yourself, you will lose confidence not only in yourself, even in the profession you're doing. So we only encourage you, don't stop at this. There are still many, miles to cover. Continue to press further, improve your competencies in what you are doing. There is something called best among the equals. So it helps you. Thank you, Mrs. Benedicta Fademu, for that. Demo. There's this teaching demo that we'll be showing you. We'll have the teaching demo now, just 10 minutes. Then after that, I'll have Mrs. Lebura to speak to us. So let's have the teaching demo, the AI teaching demo session. And we'll also learn from that. So let's have the teaching demo. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And well done to everyone. I mean, it's been a very great emotional moment here, seeing teachers moving from one level of knowledge to another, busting with so much confidence. And quickly, I will share my screen entirely so that you can show us this. We want to just simply show us Gmind. Many people who give testimony had mentioned Gmind among other AI platforms, and I'm going to just be sharing that and just show us around in case in your own class you didn't have the privilege of testing it. So Gmind AI is a little bit different from ChatGPT. It's mainly meant for educators and every other thing you do is helps your students. So I'm just going to go around the interface and then move from one page to another because of time. So this is the platform. How do you access it? Just go to gmind.ai, gmind.ai, and I encourage you, you better do it now because I think it's moving permanently now to a permanent site where you'll be paying for it. But for now, it is free. You want to take advantage of everything we have here. So we have Gmind Chat, that's like your chat bot. And we have smart search. This one gives you anything you want, giving pictures and reference YouTube channels that you can use. If I can quickly test that, for instance, if you are working with osmosis, you can just say what is osmosis for science teachers, and you click that. You will see it will not just give you the definition; it will give you also YouTube videos, about 6 that you can see that on your screen. I believe my screen is visible, so you can see YouTube.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and then pictures that you can also use. So just one page, you know, it's like a one-stop shop for everything you need as an educator for whatever topic. So away from that, if you want to be a content creator as a teacher, or you want different form of content, you can come here. And then English teachers, especially, we have comprehension content, we have letter writing there. Then downward, we have student resource. Under the student resource, we have all these note summarizer, A plus essay. It can quiz you, it can help you with your assignment, it can help you to write your cover letter. You can use to prepare for interview. You can also use to build your resume or probably even enhance it. So we have that under that. And especially for educators, we have a whole lot for us. This is a very amazing lesson planner. So beyond this lesson planner now, you can carry your the schedule, the way you write your lesson plan and drop it inside and it will generate your lesson for you. It is not just helping you to do the thinking and the doing it, though. It's giving you the chance to do the thinking also while it's doing the doing. You can generate syllabus with it. It has both UBEC syllabus within it and NERDC syllabus and so many other international syllabus there. So it's meant for Africa, for Nigeria, and then from there you can even post to the entire world. So there are so many other parts of it that you can just want to sort through. And interestingly, when you now go to the toolkit can do a whole lot for you. Data insight, if you are, I mean, an extra teacher anyway, you can generate fantastic image. It can help you to humanize whatever you generate on your AI. And if you are the one who want to, I mean, make your class a little special, you can use speech synthesizers where you put in your context there, your text, and then it's turning into a voice, and then that can help you pronounce words, especially for an English language teacher. So because of time, I won't be able to, but if you don't want to try it, go to gmind.ai. When you sign up, please sign up with your Google account. There's Google and there's Gmail. Gmail may be requiring one-time what password. Just avoid that and pick Google account. Okay, and then you are there into the world. By the time you resume classroom with your students, you see that you are doing fantastically far above your mate, and you can equally teach them the same thing too. To Dr. Rinola, thank you so much for doing this for education in Nigeria. We really celebrate you, and we know what you have done. I mean, you can see the joy in our teachers there. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Can you please again tell the teachers how they can access this? Just take it one more time and a bit more slowly.
Okay. All right. So you can access Gmind AI by going to gmind.ai. Gmind.ai. So when you enter, it will ask you to sign up with either Google account or Gmail. Choose Google account. So automatically to just go on, because you use Android phone most likely anyway, you are going to just automatically load into your account, and there you are. It doesn't require any other thing. Once you just click on Google account, you are there and you have access to all these fantastic tools.
Thank you very much for that. So teachers,
Can we have the other person before we move ahead?
Mr. Patrick, are you available?
Time is fast spent. Make your contribution in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and it's nice to be here with you. I am Patrick. I'm a software developer. I'm a teacher. I work at Esquitech, and it's nice to be with you. I am part of the master trainer, and it's been a very beautiful experience. Beyond the fact that I get the chance to teach, well, Nigeria as a whole, it's beautiful to actually be around my own teachers. I look at the group, the rest of the master trainers, and I go, oh, 6 of them were my lecturers in university. And even though I know I have 2 minutes, I just have to mention that because I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm trying to present to you is Kawi, the AI. It's an AI tutor. It was created at Esquitech Educational Institute. And basically, it's an AI tutor that you could get at the back of your pocket, right? It's there on your phone, it's with you. With many times when we sat down to decide what to do or how to come about with it or go about with this, we decided we're going to go the easiest route possible. We didn't want to use that downloading a new app. We didn't want them remembering another URL or another website in which they would go to and start looking for, okay, what is the name of that website again? What is the name of this? We didn't want that. We wanted them to use the tools they had, the most accessible tools, and most especially we wanted it to be free. So as such, we invested in creating Kawi. Now, who is Kawi made for? Kawi is actually, okay, Kawi is a friendly AI powered tutor that lives with the Nigerian students, right? It's on WhatsApp, it's on your phone, you don't need to download anything. I remember I've mentioned that. Now, who does our solution serve? It serves the student, it serves the parent, it serves the teacher. Students can have friends or they have another teacher that they can go to after class, and he's always going to be with them as long as they have light on their phone. And then for parents, rather than most especially the low-income households, they don't have to worry about getting a private tutor for their what. They have an AI tutor that is geared towards teaching and learning. And even for the teachers who are probably struggling to handle a large class, or they are struggling with reaching out to remote students, they do not have to worry. All they need to do is just provide Kawi to them, and they know very well that as long as they have it with them, it's going to help out with most of the things that they would have helped out with. Now, it's very easy to access. We have a link for making it easy so that I don't have to call a phone number, and also you just scan the link and it directly leads you to the WhatsApp. And so that's not to waste our time. So as not to waste our time, I would just like to take a simple presentation of it. Okay. Okay. So this is Kawi, and can I just say hello? Who are you? I will get a response. Yeah. Now, not only do we, most times you need to ask yourself, okay, then how does this differ from Meta AI? We do have Meta AI on WhatsApp. Why can't I just use Meta AI? With Meta AI, we are limited to the fact that we can only have conversation, and that is you can only type to it. But with AI, I can actually use the voice notes. I can send you the document. I can send you the link. So I'm saying, hello, I'm having issues with the synthesis. Could you help me with that? And it's going to listen to my message. It's begins to reason on it, and after a minute, oh, okay, I guess I'm not loud enough. Hello, I get help with the synthesis. You don't know what I'm about. You guys training me some. Thank you. Oh, oh, that's awesome. All right, so regardless, as of right now, it's a work in progress. I would have to mention that, but it is live and it's accessible, and I guess I will just have to let me try. Okay, let's try providing it with the book. Let's respond to questions based on the book. Okay, so I can provide you the textbook and have it go with the textbook. So at the very same time, it actually helps us with summarizing textbooks. It helps us with summarizing it helps us with summarizing our workloads, our links. Maybe you have a URL, you saw something on Wikipedia, you wanted to summarize it for you. You could also provide that to it, and it will read your documents and respond based on your document. So you can ask it questions that can be found in the document. Oh, in fact, it's already responding to the document. So we have key points, velocity, initial loss of emotion, and the rest, quick reflection, and then we can go on to ask a question about the document. Okay, tell me more about magnetism and how it applies to my use of everyday metals and electricity. And based on the textbook and the document, it's able to go on go to my document, go online to cover up for any missing or gap in the knowledge, and also return back with a valuable response. And because
Wow,
yes,
wow, 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 wow. This is great. This is great. Mr. Patrick, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this. You have opened our eyes to what Kawe can do. And what we'll do now is you can be sure that the participants here, they are aware, but you do us well if you put the link or the description on how to use this in the comment section. And people, I'm very sure people want to ask questions about Kawi further. So you just do that, link there into the comment section. And for further inquiry, definitely people will get in touch with us, and of course, we'll link you to such question. Thanks so much for that presentation. Yeah, taking us further, can I have Ms. Bumijimo to speak on behalf of the, do I have Ms. Lebora online? I'm not sure. Okay, Ms. Bumijimo, you want to say something on behalf of the Tech, which is the training partner with this project? Please unmute and speak on behalf of the Tech. Thank you.
The network. So it gives me great pleasure to be here today, and it also gives us as Esquitech a privilege to be part of this amazing project involving Google, NSEC, Onabanjo Olabisi University, great teachers all over Nigeria, both the facilitators as well as the participants. So my name is Bumi Jimo, and I'm the community manager of Esquitec Education Technology, the training partners for this project. And for the past 5 weeks, we've been working together with amazing master trainers, as well as amazing teachers from all over the 36 states. About 6,000 teachers were picked even from the unity schools and colleges and state schools to be a part of this training, the usage of AI in the integration of AI in pedagogy. And the goal of the training was to train teachers on AI, to train teachers on the not just the usage of AI in their classrooms, because we know for a fact that as everything is changing, as the world is advancing, educators should lead the change because we're the ones that impact knowledge. So we had amazing models, and I'm sure everyone can agree with me that we had compacted lovely topics all over, from prompt engineering to the myths and misconceptions of using AI, of the ethics. We had practical classes. We imported our lesson plans and we worked on amazing lesson plans. We even we learned various things in the usage of AI in our teaching practices. And we had an amazing turnout in both attendance, submissions of assignments, even the questions and feedback during the course of this training across the 12 groups that our teachers were shared across. So although our participants experienced various challenges, including the network, but we are thankful that they were able to overcome all the struggles and issues with the networks. I'm even so happy to see that we had a lot of Northern contributors today, and they were the ones that had a lot of network issues. So I would love to appreciate the trainers that were consistent in helping, impacting, showing up week after week, and they were there to give their full support to the trainers, to the participants. I also like to appreciate the participants for coming with the mind to learn, and I'm sure we all agree that we learned. Our participants were challenging us. They would go back home after each training. They'll send us each new things they have learned, and I'm sure NSEC will feel the impact, as well as Nigeria, of the number of teachers that were trained during the course of this program. So I would also like to appreciate the participants for showing up time after time. I'd like to thank NSEC, its directors, and all the members of NSEC that have been focused on Nigerian teachers' development. In turn, we know would also develop the students. Students reach out to their parents and the world at large. I would also like to encourage all the participants to not just stop at knowing, but to go ahead, share your knowledge with your colleagues, with your students. As educators, we know that when we teach, we learn more, right? So we keep on practicing. Like the teacher from Shagamu said, that when school resumes, everybody will know that a change had gone, learning process had gone. So we're comfortable to say, yes, we have learned. So we're going to, I'm encouraging you all to share your knowledge and reach out to as many persons as you can. Keep on learning, keep on experimenting, and going on with your training. And once again, from Esquitec Education Technology, we are saying thank you for the privilege of being part of this amazing project. We'd also like to thank Dr. Oloriola Oluwakemi, the researcher who got this grant from Google. Thank you so much for this training. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much. That is Miss Bumijimo, the community manager, Esquitec. Thanks so much for that comment. Thanks so much. Yes, I'm sure most of our participants online on the YouTube will have been worried that, oh, you are saying all this. What about our certificate? We have gone for a training. I will not.
Okay. Okay, so congratulations everybody for coming all the way this far to this point in time. Like he said, I'm sure a lot of us have been seeing the comments on the WhatsApp when are we getting our certificates and any attendance. So your attendance issues are over from today, because that has been one of the major contentions. But for your certificates, like we said, if you remember during the last meeting, I'm sure your instructors had explained to you that there are two there'll be 2 types of certificates. For everybody who's come through this journey, you came in, you filled the pre-assessment form, you went through the training. So we are going to be sending a link now today. And so be looking out for that link in your different groups for you to fill up your post-training form like you did when you started. And immediately you are done with that feedback, because we also want feedbacks from everyone. Not everybody could talk at this program right now. We just had a few of the participants share their experience. We also want your comments and your feedback, what could have done better and all that, and where you are at right now with your AI competence and competency and skill. And so we want that feedback, and then immediately you finish filling that form, you'll be able to download your certificate. So it's going to be automatic. We won't be sending to your mail. So the issue of I did not get a mail won't be there. So fill the form, and immediately you submit the form, you have the access to download your certificates from that. So that is a certificate of participation. And should you have any issues for one reason or the other, please feel free to raise it up in your different groups. We'll attend to it. But that's the process for getting your certificate for participation. The second certificate we had promised would be certificate of competency, but then we said that is based off from an assessment. So you'll be taking the tests, and after the test, if you score 70 and above, then you will be given a certificate of competencies to show that you do have competence in your knowledge and in the of AI foundations and basics, and also in AI in pedagogy. And passing that assessment will to 70% at least pass will help you generate your certificate of competence. Now, concerning this particular second certificate, please note that most likely the assessment will be done at the same time. So you'll have an assessment time, and we want to keep it even as we have been doing on Fridays between 10 to 12. So the link could be shared, but you'll only be able to access it at that period, and then you take your assessment. The assessment will also be timed, and so you don't have all the day to sit with it, go and come back. So once you start, you'll be timed, because both we want some credibility and validity to the score that you'll be receiving and the certificate that you also be receiving at the end of the test. So please note, if you're interested, so this is optional, the certificate of competence is optional. If you want to do the assessments, we will make that known to you in your different groups, the timing and all that information will be shared for the second certificate. But for the certificate of participants, there is no right or wrong answer, just feedback, and then you get your certificate for participation. So that's the 2 certificates I believe that we are interested in receiving. And so, like we said, before I hand over to Dr. Kintalo to wrap up, I want to encourage us, as many of you that are here, if you've not subscribed to the YouTube link, subscribe. You had Mr. Ibrahim, who was the participant, talking about creating a video. I want to also make this open to us. This Educators AI Literacy platform and the community of practice is open to us all. So for peradventure, you did something very creative with AI, you want to share to the whole world, all the educators, and you need it uploaded on the YouTube, please share such videos with your trainers who will push it to us, and we will ensure that you are uploaded there and you'll be tagged so that you have your video online. And the advantage about that is once we screen and see that, yes, this is done, well done, and it can be used online, you could always pick that link and share in different places. Maybe you are applying for something, they want to see what you've done, what skills you have somewhere online that you can use as a valid representation of what you know. So please feel free to reach out to any of your trainers, create wonderful videos about how you have used it, especially in your classrooms, in your rural settings, in the public schools. We want to see those impact stories. We want to see those impact statements. Create those lovely videos for us to show that, yes, you're actually using AI to improve your students' engagement and outcome. And we promise to upload it there and share to where necessary. So thank you all for coming with us. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe. We also have sometimes invite our trainers to demo an app or something new, and you always be notified about it so that you can continue your learning journey with us. So thank you once again, everyone. And like your certificate is coming to your doorstep, so look out for those links. And no attendance for today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Dr. Dunela. I know that has set you a lot of, curiosity. I'm not going to get a certificate. Don't worry, your certificate will be useful for you. Of course, some of you will use it to get the next, six-figure jobs. Yeah, you can be sure of that. So we've come a long, way with this program. And on that note, I want to call a colleague to give a vote of thanks. I must say something about these people or this particular person. Behind all this, of course, SQ Tech, we have a team of people that work behind the scene that you don't see them always. And he's one of the foremost, member of the team, Mr. Olalekan Adeko, to give the vote of thanks. Mr. Adeko, please unmute and give the vote of thanks.
Okay, so what a journey it has been. I hope you can hear me, Doc.
We
What
can
a
hear you,
journey
we
it
can't
has
see
been.
you.
So, yeah. So, on behalf of the organizing team, from all of us here, I want to say a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you who made this training not just possible, but meaningful. So, I want to start from the facilitators, our master trainers. So, thank you for showing us what it means to teach with depth and with vision. You didn't just introduce the participants to AI, you reminded us, the participants and everybody, why pedagogy must always evolve and why curiosity must always lead. So you didn't just teach, you were able to do more than that. And to the participants from different parts of the country, thank you for your openness, your questions, your reflections, and your energy. You brought the entire session to life. In fact, many of you do arrive with questions and perhaps, some doubts, but you leave with new ideas, new confidence, and a new community. Doctors have said a lot about the communities. So this is a new community and we should keep it growing. And to all the partners out there, the Ministry of Education, the Federal Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Educations in all the states, NSEC, and all other partners, Google, and so on. So we thank you all for your trust in this work. It means more than everything. So you've helped create a space where innovation could meet purpose and where teachers could explore the future without fear. So we thank you all. And finally, to the core team, to Dr. Luriola, to Dr. Sekina, Dr. Akitola, Bome, Ms. Lebura, and all other people working behind the scene. I am proud of what we've been able to do together. The late nights, the planning calls, the uncertain moments, they were worth it. And this room, this meeting here, this energy, this outcome, this is the evidence. So as we close, let this not be an ending, but a pivot into classrooms that are more alive, a pivot into teaching that listens more and innovates boldly, a pivot into learning that prepares our students, not just for exams, but for the future. So thank you, and may we all go forward with purpose, imagination, and a renewed belief in the power of education. So thank you all once again. I believe this is the beginning of something great to come. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll continue to keep the conversation going. So over to you, Dr. Akitola.
Wow, wow, wow. I see we shouldn't close this session. Mr. Adiako, you took the bar beyond the standard. Thank you, thank you. That was quite energizing. That was quite reassuring. Thank you. And to all of us, let us not see this as an end. It's not an end, it's a means to an end. Let's keep the flag flying. On that note, I want to say thank you once again. I'm Ulubenga Akintola. You say Dr. Akintola, that's fine. So on behalf of everyone, hope to see you next time as we keep the community of practice very active. Enjoy the rest of the day.